Player login. Welcome to YGGDRASIL.
The player that just logged in was an angel from the highest sphere.
Kurai Hikari is here for the last time! White Earl is announced once I log on. He'll ask himself as he stretched inside as he checked the player list. Online was the high angel that just joined, Kurai Hikari, a fairy, an elder lich, and a black ooze. Kurai wore his armor, which was black boots, grey pants, dark grey top with a black belt with a golden belt buckle, a dark jacket belt, iron wrist coverings, and his helmet called Halo of the Great God. He himself had light grey hair, blue eyes, pale skin, and red wings with some blue feathers as well as yellow ones, alongside black fingernails. He had a sword at his side which was called Blade of the High Angel. He had a divine class sword which was an exact replica. A sword with a retractable blade and a blue gem as the button to activate it. The angel floated to the world pillar. Okay, time for one last tour of the base, he said and went to teleport.
Teleport. Midgar. Black Ale.
The angel appeared outside of a tavern that bared the name Black Ale, which was named after the signature drink. A dark beer with a few herbs added to it to create a drink that functions as a healing potion as well. From the outside, the tavern looks warm, humble, and folksy. Soft wood and intricate stone carvings make up most of the building's outer structure. It's hard to go and see through the stained glass windows, but inviting music from within can be felt outside. It had a heavy, dark wood door. The angel landed and walked to the door and pushed it open.
Hello, what can I get for you?
Female barkeeper asked. She was a level 100 NPC. The angel flinched and let out a chuckle. Nothing, but still thanks, he said, smiling, chuckling a bit. The waitress could only say a few lines due to cash-up items that made the players speak in lines and then let the NPCs use them. Nashiro, you really did a great job with her, Kurai said to himself as he looked around the room. The room was nicely decorated in the colors of black, dark oak, and purple banners. Kurai went to the waitress after looking around a bit.
Hello, what can I get for you?
The waitress asked. Yes, I would actually enjoy some white ale now, Kurai said and chuckled a bit.
Follow me and we can see if we still have that, okay?
Sure, Nacharumi, Hikari said as he followed the level 100 NPC down into the cellar of the room, where a barrel with a diameter of 5 meters was located. The waitress opened the barrel via pressing in the brick at the wall next to it. Indeed, Hikari went through and the waitress closed it back up and went back up out of the cellar to stand behind the counter again. Hikari went down the thin hallway further into the earth. He started to float and the first trap was a tightrope, a trap that he himself made. Not many people that tried to raid them could actually fly, as they raided the tavern at rather low levels, as in 1 to 10. Then was the wall of arrows that would be triggered by just running or flying through straight ahead, as the floor had tiles that were slightly out that acted as buttons, as well as thin strings. A trap skillfully crafted by Nashiro Musuyama, the younger sister of the now guild leader Kuro. The angel went through rather skillfully and went on to the golems and smiled. The golems to guard. Hikaru had a great ideas with them. They completely destroyed a group of players once. It was dope, he said as he moved on to a dark metal door. A silent, raspy voice came from a door that sounded like it was barely holding on to dear life. What would I do? The door asked. Kimaga sorore kataka katsu. Sorega chinseda. Why did Kuro set it as the password again? The angel asked himself as the door opened and he went through into the guild base. The door closed right behind the angel. The main room was a giant circular room with 4 rusty metal doors, for one in each direction. He had come in from the one that was in the southern direction. Each one had a faded away sign on it, yet they were still readable. The room was separated into an outer circle and an inner circle that was smaller than the outer one. The inner one was also slightly elevated over a bit of water, a place for announcements. The first room Hikari went into was labeled Farm. The door itself was a portal to a lower floor where a few farmer-type NPCs farmed resources for the tavern, which caused it to be self-sustainable, as they grew all the plants and got the resources from the simulations of the overworld. There were cow farms, fields, chicken farms, and even a few vegan and vegetarian alternatives among them. Hikari chuckled. Nashiro was really a bit of a weirdo, but she's really nice. Too bad no one's in line, he mumbled as he left and went from the west door to the north, which was labeled personal rooms and training area. Hikari entered and went to the training area where a few NPCs were fighting dummies and were generally training with each other. It sadly only had a visual effect rather than actually doing anything level-wise. Kurogami, follow me. One NPC flung the weapon, a golden scythe, around, held it beside themselves, and went to Hikari. The NPC had purple hair, red eyes, and pale skin. They had a black cape with pelt neck, a long red shirt, silver armor, grey skirt, and red boots with 2-centimeter heels. He was a level 100 NPC, made by Kurai himself. That was a sadistic trainer for the other NPCs. This NPC posed and followed his master to the last door on the east, labeled Storage. The guild was specialized for trading, but didn't use the base as a trading hub, as it wasn't the only thing that it did. They also did assassinations and questing, which caused them to gain quite a lot of wealth. Hikari went through and Kurogami followed. They appeared in a giant room full of chests, silos, and shelves, which were completely full due to the farm NPCs. Hikari went to the main room, as they called it, and told Kurogami to guard the room. Why did they have to make the shutdown happen at 8 AM? Why didn't they have to make it all like Japan, aka at midnight? He complained as he sat on the guild leader's chair. My former seat, a seat of respect and pure power, he said and laughed at what he was saying and facepalmed. Damn, 7:55 already. Seems like it took my time. Well, sadly this is the last day. What to do with the rest of my day? I mean, I took it off from work, he mumbled after his facepalm. He posed nicely on the chair and the clock hit 8:00:00, which was when he finally dozed off. Kurai felt something touch his cheek. Probably was supposed to be a slap. Someone tried to wake him up. He was too fast asleep to wake up from a weak slap like that. He just woke up by himself and had decided not to move. He was still sitting in a comfortable chair, posing like when the clock hit 8 AM. He didn't say or move, nor did he open up an eye.
I should terminate you for trying to harm our leader.
Someone with what seemed to be the voice of a female yelled.
Calm down, Kuro. I wanted to wake you.
A deep male voice said. Then the sound of something moving through the air fast and stopping abruptly.
You tried to harm my creator and the only leader left.
The female voice said, before something metal hit the stone floor.